Life sucks. It's a common expression used by people both ironically and unironically. This train of thought usually stems from a person's experiences and feelings of hopelessness, failure, and many other emotions that may cause a person to feel worthless or that life itself has a grand plan to make them experience pain and hurt. To say that I haven't felt the same way would be disingenuous. I myself feel that life sucks and how I always somehow get the short end of a stick. It may just be due to my skewed perception of things, or that karma is just giving me what I'm due. Nevertheless, it is a struggle for not just me, but everyone who feels the same way. Manga has always been an integral part of my life, arguably even more than anime. To me, such stories provided me with entertainment, knowledge, and inspiration. However, the most notable mangas are those that cause myself to self-reflect and contemplate. One of these special mangas is a story written by Tatsuhiko Takimoto. Welcome to the NHK. It is a story about a shut-in, Tatsuhiro Sato, and a girl named Nakahara Misaki. It follows Sato's life as a shut-in and Misaki's efforts to cure him of his condition. The main story branches out into different sub-stories that I won't mention here due to time limits. However, I would just like to talk about specific parts in the manga series that give a sense of reality to the topic on hand. In a flashback scene, Sato and his senior are all alone in a classroom, with Sato showing off his telescope. Suddenly, his senior asks him what meaning our lives could possibly ever have, and that we die only after a couple of decades. Up to this point in the story, Sato never had any meaningful relationships with other people. As stated once again by his senior, Sato often talked about his friends, but those very same friends never came to visit him in the very room that they met at. These two scenes represent that the two characters believe in a life not worth living, that life is meaningless, and that the intrinsic value of what it means to live is lost upon them. It wouldn't be a stretch to assume that they both think that life sucks. After all dreams end sooner or later. Life sucks. That's apparent. No one in this world does not experience any form of suffering. The same goes for pleasant experiences. Just as how happiness is a fleeting concept, sadness doesn't stay and sticks itself onto our being. The notion that our lives do not matter in the grand scheme of things is a self-degrading idea we tell ourselves as a way to pin the blame of what we experience onto something we ourselves cannot understand. Take this panel for example, a scene in which Sato's father, in a drunken state, commented on how he, despite not reaching his dream of becoming a musician, continued to believe in something bigger than himself, an idealistic perception of what he could be and how it helped him to continue living. Despite life throwing curveballs and giving him a life he may or may not have wanted, he continued to follow his dreams and ended up in the right direction, the direction in which he was intended to be on. I can attribute this to my own philosophy in life, as I too believe that the dreams and hopes we hold onto our entire lives will eventually shape what we are in the present and what we can be in the future. We should think realistically, but at the same time, we shouldn't be limited by our own current capabilities. We should pursue the ideal self we want to be, no matter how long it takes. I believe in a philosophy that is both realistic and idealistic. A philosophy in which I do not desire more, nor do I want less. A philosophy in which stoicism and empathy mix. One that would help me improve my own situation without forcing any rash beliefs and ideas that would completely transform who I am as a person. Yes, life may suck. That's obvious. But it could also be better. Thank you for listening.